Can you hear me well? Everyone settled in, find your seats, a seat, any seat, you're fine. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go over a couple announcements, obviously. Please do silence your phones so everyone that is present and watching from home can hear all of the questions and the feedback. There you go. Bunch of rebels. So I do know we have a couple announcements. I know Mrs. Robin had one, so we will let you kick us off, Miss Robin.
Good morning, everybody. I am here with a reminder for some and a brand new announcement for others, it turns out, to let you know that the recycling program really is still alive and well at Regency Oaks. It's just kind of scaled back right now, and it is existing because of some really wonderful volunteers who care enough about the idea to try and keep it alive. And I'd like to, before I do anything else, I'd like to just mention the people who are personally involved in this right now, have some role in it, and who probably aren't recognized. They're your neighbors, your friends. And I know there's an activity going on right now to start up a group of volunteers, people who want to volunteer to do things. Well, here's some folks who volunteer to do some things right here at Regency Oaks for all of us. And those folks are Jim Baker, Chris Swanson, Lou Muller, Pat Conley, Charlene Eidsel, and Jerry Stabler. These are the folks who in the two buildings collect from the bag bags. Who knows what the bag bag is? Guess what? Not everybody knows what the bag bag is. My goodness, we have to tell you.
Which is why we're glad you're bringing it up.
This is the bag bag. What you can do, what we encourage you to do is go to your trash areas, it's different in each building, and find that. It looks like that. I made that.
They're in the service halls.
Right. And all you have to do is take your empty plastic bags and the sleeves from your newspaper, the paper medium, the newspaper. And those are the only things that go in there. Candy wrappers don't go in there. No.
What about plastic bottles? Plastic bottles?
Not in there. The bag.
Just back.
That's all we can recycle right now because those folks I mentioned, they take these to Walmart or Publix and put them in their recycler facility. That's all this is. Don't put anything else. Please don't put anything else in those bags because we have to fish it out before it goes where it's going. For those who want to, that's what we've got going, and we encourage you to participate. Find those bags and use them. And we appreciate your participation. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other resident announcements? No further? We'll get started with a couple updates from your community leadership.
Just one.
Oh, didn't see you over there.
Okay, we hope you come tonight.
To hear the Solanaires talk about dogs and cats. So if you've ever had a dog or cat, tonight it's at 7:15. But you know how things get taken. I come a bit early. We're going to have a new resident playing the piano, and you will. I'm sure you're going to enjoy yourselves. So hope to see you tonight. Solanaires, cats and dogs.
Thank you. Any other announcements? Okay, we'll get started, as I mentioned, from your community leadership updates. So again, I know Miss Beth Beaumont, did you want to speak any further on that? Was she in here? Any further you wanted to mention about your event?
There will be a handout that's going to be in everybody's box.
Okay, perfect.
End of the week. There were many people, we didn't indicate where you take the clothing, and it's to the town hall.
Okay. Perfect.
But this is self-explanatory.
Okay, so it looks like takes place on June 21st, Friday. You drop off your gently used clothes. On Thursday, the 20th, Town Hall. Town Hall. And there will be information at the front desks as well.
Right, and we do need volunteers to help.
And they
So,
do need volunteers. All right, thank you, Ms. Bev. From IHS, they are wanting to let you know that they can help you with your laundry weekly. So if there's anything that you do need additional assistance with, please do reach out to Christine and Maddie at 502 and 503. They place new puzzles in your box for some free services. And we are doing a blood pressure clinic with Pam, who's our medication management nurse. It's Friday, June 7th, and it's going to be in the North Lobby from 10:30 to 11. So again, if you have any questions about that, do reach out to Christine or Maddie, but they will be there at 10:30 this Friday if you want to get your blood pressure checked. Evan is continuing to focus. I know he's mentioned that we've been down a couple of associates that we are continuing to recruit for. So he is doing a lot of team building and very hyper-focused on keeping his current staff well taken care of and happy while we are continuing to recruit for additional team members. Did want you to know to please expect the cleaning routine to shift in the following areas, which is the common areas, the laundry room, and the stairwells. I did, of course, want to say that this will offset team members having concerns with their workloads increasing. So he is doing some internal restructuring given the changes in his team, so he can ensure not only your needs are being met, but that our staff don't feel overwhelmed as well. Following services were provided Saturday on June 1st. The North 5th, 4th, and 3rd floors have been detailed. North back of house has been detailed. South laundry rooms have had a thorough deep cleaning, and the South hardwood floors 1st through 5th have been washed. We are still working on getting Clearwater carpet out. We've had some delays working with them, so we are going to be looking for an ancillary additional partner for when they cannot be out here, because we want our services more consistent than they have been able to provide. But we are still working with them, of course, for our carpet services. As far as COVID, I have known of some cases, not with our current IL resident population, but it is reared its ugly head, so we do just want to make sure that we are being prudent about that. Again, I don't know of any cases with our residents, but they are popping back up in the community. So Kelly has partnered with Dr. Tumolo. He's an optometrist and owner of Beyond Vision Specialist, and he will be providing mobile eye exams. So he's a vision specialist, will be in town, here in the Town Hall Conference Room on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, beginning June 19th from 1 to 3. So that's actually our small little room back there where all of our offices are. And he will be there checking out your eyes if you'd like. I think we'd like our eyes checked out. We can contact our office directly to schedule an appointment at 727-992-0009. But that is our new optometrist, Dr. Tumolo. Just a little bit of information. This is something that Kelly does for our navigator process and for resident services. And it is something that we do track as a portfolio and as a community. So in May, for our IL residents, we had 13 falls. We had 17 hospitalizations. We had 2 rehospitalizations. The number 1 hospitalization was injury or illness. The second one was falls. And the third was heart. So it does track, of course, referrals to therapy, referrals to innovative home services, and referrals to home health, as well as referrals to higher level of care. So we are continuing to see falls have gotten better from April to May. They're down 13 from 17, and then March was at 19. But falls continue to still be an issue throughout, and we want to continue to maintain that focus and awareness. Just another reminder, in coordination with that, to please wear your pendants. Our most recent winner was Lorraine Payne for the raffle. She was caught wearing her pendant and her name badge. So please make sure you have both of those so you can be a raffle winner too. Little bit of updates from Ginger. So the chair yoga with Wendy was canceled today. As Ms. Mulholland mentioned, the Solinairs performance is at 7:15 here in the town hall. Wednesday, June 5th, we have our Regency Oaks dance night at 7 p.m. Saturday, June 8th, will be entertainment by Louis Bravo at 7 p.m. in the town hall. Our new fitness instructor, Barbara Odom, has began this week, and we will be planning a meet and greet for her. And Ginger just wanted you to know that they are still trying to locate a priest to preside over Mass on Sundays. We thought he was, and then he wasn't. So that did change, and we just wanted to communicate that, and she is working on it, and we will have some solution of some sort very soon. So just thank you in advance for your patience. But he did say that until he retires, he's not able to perform those for us. So that was a little bit of a change, but we wanted to make sure you were aware of that in advance. A little bit of updates from Darwin and team. You know, the last 2 weeks, his team was pulled quite significantly to escort the little Spectrum ninjas all over our community from going in and switching out all these boxes. But nonetheless, they were still able to get 143 work orders completed with 61 open, probably mostly Spectrum, I would imagine. Again, Clearwater Plumbing, we did have repaired 3 toilets, and there is, every kitchen has the compartmental sinks, so we had to repair that in the north kitchen. Piper repaired a leaking head in the north building. We completed, I know it was asked what a UTO is. UTO is a unit turnover, getting an apartment ready in our health center. We are focusing on some of those for the health center as well. It's much needed for many years now. They're getting completely renovated. And of course, Spectrum completed our box replacement, and we were able to get channel 732 repaired universally. They replaced the sensor in the main entry health center. And just another reminder, if you have any concerns throughout your home or in the campus, to please place a work order with the app or the front desk. So just a little bit of Spectrum. It's been a little bit of a learning opportunity for a lot of us while we went through this. They did complete the box updates for the community. There was a piece of equipment that needed to be repaired, which is why 732 went down intermittently. It should be back up, but if you are having any issues with your cable, we're no longer asking you to place a work order. You have to contact Spectrum directly. At this point, all the boxes have been swapped. Lots of the troubleshooting has been completed by the actual Spectrum team that was on site. So if there's anything outstanding, we do need you to contact them directly. Just a little bit of info that I didn't know and that we all were kind of learning through the process. Some residents may or may not know, but I was told that you must press each number to get 732. So where I thought you could just flip through your lineup, you actually have to press the actual numbers. It's new for me. They did mention as well that not everybody was visited. They had a work order list of apartments or equipment that was 2 years older, and the equipment that needed to be replaced and that did not need to be replaced. So some homes were not visited because you have the appropriate equipment that's been updated. Just an FYI, Regency Oaks has a bulk account. Our bulk account covers your basic cable only. Anything additional you can always call and add. Everybody is a little different. Everyone has different services, different lineup, different everything. So everyone's just a little different. So Spectrum is most certainly your go-to for a lot of that questions. They did mention, they let me know that they did update their tiers and their channel lineup packages. So TCM is no longer on our channel lineup. You can call them and get it, but it is no longer on our bulk account channel lineup. And then he also mentioned that the bulk account does not include DVR. So if you have that or want that, you would have had to call Spectrum and request that, and they can assist you with it remotely. And then just a reminder that these are not going to be the last changes. Spectrum is continuing to update their equipment to keep up with the ever-changing technology. So we don't anticipate anything anytime soon, but this will probably not be the last time we heard of these large, full-scale initiatives. Just not now. Large boxes, just a reminder, if you have large boxes, we can help you with those, but please do break them down, put them outside your door or inside your door, and place a work order. So we don't want a bunch of giant boxes piled up in the corridors. Please do, and we can help you take care of those, but please place a work order and break those down. From our cruise, so I know we all had a lovely night. I think I spoke to a lot of the residents that are here in this room. It was great feedback about the food. I took some home myself. It was fantastic. Ricky had told me that they made that meat about 13 hours overnight. So I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. We really enjoyed being there and spending that evening with you. And again, we're going to continue with these theme nights, probably monthly is what he's trying to do. So you see Wanda there. She always comes dressed to impress. Betsy as well. You see our little sailor girl over there. Ricky was a little bit of a captain and a little bit of Ricky. All wrapped into one. But it was definitely a great evening. And we'll do it again this month. So just for that, Sunday brunches continue to be large. As I mentioned, we went from about 100 to 200 people, almost what seems like overnight. So we are still working through some logistics of that. So we do want to make sure, Ricky wanted to make sure that it's come up in dining committee about residents holding tables 2+ hours while other residents are waiting for meal. We just want to make sure that we're courteous of that while we do work through serving very large events every Sunday now. So he is continuing to work on any feedback, possibly extending the hours, possibly extending dining rooms. We're trying to figure out what is the best way, given our staffing capabilities, obviously. Just for your information, because a lot of our associates are minors, they are legally only allowed to work an allotted amount of hours at a time. So that's a big barrier as well. So again, we're working through some of that so we can continue to make that brunch a success. So a reminder, the pub menu kicked off Monday the 3rd, Wine Club Tuesday the 11th, Beer Club Tuesday the 18th. Our next theme night is going to be June 26th, and it is senior prom. So I'm pretty excited about that. Who wants to wear a big fancy dress? Or suit? So then, of course, Johnny and Ricky are going to be grilling al fresco on the 14th, about 4 to 5 p.m. They're going to do burgers, hot dogs, hamburgers, and then 2 sides and desserts. Reservations, please. The Overflow can eat in the breezeway. They said it's going to be very casual, but just to keep utilizing our wonderful amenities that we have. Gourmet is going to be Wednesday the 5th and 19th, and our food and wine pairing Thursday the 27th. Update from sales. We actually closed the month in May with 6 sales on a budget of 5, so we are 1 ahead. So we're pretty happy about that. Obviously, I've mentioned every week we're on the road to 95 with the 92% occupancy and the goal being 95. So every sale above the budgeted amount definitely helps, and every move out that we save definitely helps. So as always, thank you to the ambassadors who had helped with all of our newcomers, all of our events, all of the questions, and all of the onboarding of our new residents. And then our next event is June 18th, which is the taste and tour in the areas of the village and breezeway. And yes, we do hope there's a breeze that day. Hoping if it gets too hot, we'll definitely rearrange and probably bring it inside. So, and then just a little bit from me, like I said, our last couple weeks in between the Spectrum project and the OIR audit, Lots going on, but we are on the way for our pendant project. We have our call set up for this Monday, the 10th, 6/10, to discuss the implementation. The company is Senior Safety. That is the one that we met with, so more to come on that. I don't have a whole lot until we have that call. We are continuing to get the last few pieces in the north lobby. Don't have a date yet, still waiting on those. We did submit our OIR audit information yesterday. Betsy was instrumental in helping us get a lot of that stuff together for them. And hopefully that all washes out well. For the most part, we are extremely compliant and have that process well documented, so we do not foresee any issues. So we mentioned Barbara Odom does start this week in our fitness center, and we will be planning a meet and greet. And we did place a work order to have the old signage removed. I know Zelko was here for 20 years, but we had to get his face off that door. So we removed that. And we are continuing. You will see the documents in your boxes. Thank you for completing those and returning those so we have accurate information on you as we move into hurricane preparedness. It usually starts right around June 1st. So we are continuing to work that process, and I will communicate the date of the presentation. We did implement, we have that new designated resident representative by the OIR that was implemented last year. We call it DWR, the Chris Swanson. So we've already started that process because we are almost a little over 2 months for our September 1 rate increases. I know that's not exciting stuff, but that is your contract, CPI +2. We had to notify the DRR of the 10 days prior to the 60 days. So come July 1st, we will get those 60-day notices out for the September rate increases. And we've already notified our DRR, which is the designated resident representative, which is your RORO Madam President, Miss Margaret. So we completed that, and the rest of the process will be followed according to the OIR guidelines. I did speak with Spectrum when I got to meet with them last Thursday evening, and they did tell me that there was another community that they were able, because I asked them to come out and do kind of a Q&A, and they said they would not do that they weren't able to facilitate that, but that they have subject matter experts that can go out to the communities and just work with a small group of residents, like their tech committee, to help triage some of the questions about equipment, about the basics, about the FAQs. So I do need to connect with our tech committee about that to see if that's something that we could possibly facilitate, because the Spectrum is not going away. They're the only show in town, and they're continuing to change, however frequently that may be. So it might be good for us to get in front of that. So I did want to work with Spectrum and our tech committee. I plan to speak with them and kind of see how that would work, if that's feasible for us to be able to facilitate as a resource for you all. So more to come on that, but just wanted to mention that those conversations are occurring, and that's something that I learned in my meeting with them last week. So a little bit of an FYI, we are still working on replacing a lot of the concerning or issues as regards to the aesthetics of the carpet and the licensed luxury vinyl planking that is in the north for the carpet project that we are still pending. So we don't have a deadline on that. They had said June. Obviously, we know better. So we're continuing to work through that. But in the meantime, I have asked them to come back out and to just tape back down the thresholds. I know initially they had that ugly yellow tape, and then they put these nice brown thresholds, but they were more like little speed bumps than they were helpful. So we asked them to remove those, but they will be coming back to put some tape down. That way we can cover those thresholds until some of the areas of the carpet is addressed. So you will see that. You will see a little red tape. Please don't pull it up. It is there for a reason. It's not there permanently, but it will be there. That way we can smooth out some of these areas while we're waiting on them to come out and fix them once and for all. So just FYI. Our plant operations team is actually doing a generator training right now. I plan to head to that as soon as I'm done here. But it's a kind of a full drill on all of our generators. Again, additional steps that we're taking in order to be ready for this hurricane season. And they did, so I know we have our call coming next week with the pendant system, but they do have their electrical engineers out running new outlets for the pendant system starting in healthcare. The pendant system is a little bit more complex because it's connected to the nursing station. So they have began running some electrical areas out there in healthcare. And Betsy has called for the shred bins to be picked up. They didn't give us a date, but they should be picking those up anytime now. So please make sure you've taken full advantage because they will go away soon. And last but not least, our weekend was absolutely wonderful. We held our awards ceremony on Saturday. We had 33 employees that were gifted a $99,700 in the amount of scholarships. So Miss Annette Pierce awarded certificates and Miss Johanna Guzik provided an overview of each candidate's accomplishments and scholastic aspirations. So what an amazing gift. I would have given anything in the world to have some of my college paid for. So that is so fantastic that our associates get that opportunity, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart for giving them that gift. But we had 33 and the amount total was $99,700. And that's all of our team there. So just really happy, just really proud, and just thank you again for all of the support. I have actually contacted our corporate marketing strategist to get this highlighted in our local newspaper. So we've got to work through that, but I'm hoping to do a story on Regency Oaks with that. It's great PR. This is just a couple more pictures of all of them. That's Miss Annette with Diego and the whole, let's see, you got Layla and Giancarla. I see Miss Guzik there in the middle. So just really, really wonderful, and we just thank you all again. So that is all I have as far as updates. I hope I didn't give you too much or bore you too much. So just like to give you the lay of the land of what we're all doing. So any questions or anything I can answer? I see you, Miss Judy.
Could you give me a reminder of the date for the transition of care that's going to be in here following a Tuesday talk?
Oh goodness, I do not have that. Oh my gosh. I do not have that on the top of my head, but I will get you that. Kelly will have it.
It's June 18th.
Oh, June 18th.
June 18th?
June 18th.
Thank you. And do you have a specific telephone number that we should use for Spectrum, because they screwed ours up royally? They came in, fixed it, it was fixed that afternoon, the next morning, you have no cable connection. And I'm really frustrated because we did have them come in and we didn't touch anything, and we have no cable connection in our bedroom or out on the line.
We will get you that. I don't have that with me.
What's the latest news on the drink certificate?
The liquor license? Don't you wish that was a drink certificate? We all do, I promise. So we actually have a training coming up, and we cannot begin the process until the training. And we couldn't begin the training until they received the invoice payment of the training. So they finally received the payment. We've set up the call. It's actually tomorrow, and then we will communicate that date.
I guess I need to call Spectrum directly.
Yes.
One of their men that was working in my hallway, said he had no work order for my unit number, but he came in and checked that, yes, I do not need one in the living room, but in the bedroom, I definitely need a new box. And nobody ever came and changed it out. So I guess I called them and let them know that they missed me.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Has the American flag been replaced out front?
It has, I cannot recall when, but I know it was fairly recently. She asked if the American flag has been replaced up front, and I know that we have, I just cannot recall when.
I've just got a question for you. There's a cute little rabbit in the north sitting area, and he now has a pair of culottes on. I was just wondering where that came from.
I have no idea. You said there's a rabbit wearing pants?
Yeah, can they come off? Because he's adorable.
Oh, you mean a fake one. You lost me for a minute. I was really concerned. Yes, that is a whimsical rabbit that our decor committee purchased. I don't know why they're wearing pants, but that's also funny. Oh, it's a kilt. Got it. I feel like it needs a name now.
Yeah.
I have an answer for you. The rabbits gets their babies every spring, and we have rabbits almost all over here. And I can see them every day, and they grow, and then the next year they have babies.
Look, I was with you. I thought we were talking about real rabbits too. It's fine. I did.
I just wanted to ask if
Just to
anybody-
clarify, I'm sorry, we are not talking about a real rabbit. We are talking about a decorative item. Me either, don't worry.
So why does he have culottes?
I have no idea.
around here, anything's possible.
That's right.
So, good
I
idea.
did, I was like, who got a pet rabbit and put clothes on it?
I just wanted to ask if anybody else has had a chance to look at the menu for the tavern, for the lunch and breakfast. It looks great. If you haven't seen it, take a look at it. Just put it out there.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions unrelated to rabbits? Nothing further? Okay, well, have a happy Tuesday. We hope to see you this evening for the dogs and cats, no rabbits.